Hey everybody, this is Dave coming to you from the Gaming Cave. Today we're continuing our playthrough of Fields of Fire by GMT Games, and it is turn 2 of the Trevieres offensive. So a couple things I just need to clarify, one that I did wrong and one that I misinterpreted. So it doesn't really change the game, it's just an error on my part. I got a platoon leader didn't do what he needed to do. I didn't activate the second platoon headquarters, but they could have drawn for their cards and received their own orders and then proceeded with that. But I did not do that. So the other thing is, it was pointed out to me on the channel by that I have to clear rows 1 and 2, and that's definitely in my mission details. It says right there you have to, in the mission goal, occupy and clear of enemy forces the primary and secondary objectives, and clear rows 1 and 2 of enemy forces. So I do have to clear all of these here. So it does change a little bit of what I was planning on doing, but maybe not a whole lot. What we're going to do is we're going to continue here with our turn. So first thing, we scan over and we go to game turn 2, and then we get ready here for game turn 2. Now the first thing we do in this turn on our sequence of turns is we check for friendly headquarters event, because see if they give us a command, and they do not. It would be the little radio symbol here. So we do not get any commands there. So we go to the headquarters. Because I'm using radios, but as in the staging area with my CO, he has to be in contact with the staging area to keep using the commands. So we draw for his commands. He gets 6. It's -1 because he's green, but it's +1 because I have no contacts on the board. So this time I got a good draw, and the CO is going to get 6 commands to give. This is much better. So I can tell you the first 3 he's doing are the 3 platoons. So second platoon's going to get activated. First platoon's going to get activated. And where are you? Third platoon's going to get activated. And that cost me 3. 1, 2, 3 leaves him 3. I can save 3 if I don't want to use anything else. And right now I don't see anything else I need to use. So we're going to save those 3 and flip him over as activation completed. Okay. So let's start with first platoon. They're right here in the middle. So we'll draw their command. They get 3, again, -1, +1, so they get 3 commands. So they had 3, they were saved already, so that puts them at 6. Okay, first platoon is going to do a platoon move, and we're going to move up into the woods. So that's the first thing. That cost me 2 points, gets me down to 4. And so they bring on the heavy machine gun and the squads and the platoon leader, the platoon headquarters. Now we have cover, which I can move into there, but I'm going to do instead, and these guys are now exposed, that whole stack is exposed, but I'm going to search for cover. I'm going to have 1 squad. That costs me a command, gets me down to 3 now, and they get 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, no cover. I'm going to issue another order to the other squad and have them also look for cover. 4 more cards. 1, 2, there's contact cards. 3, cover. Yay, 4. So we found cover. So we do get into the cover there. So this way, I don't have everybody in 1 cover. Now I can have up to 3, but the 2's probably going to suffice for me. So that's what I've got now. is I've kind of got a bigger stack and a smaller stack, but we're set here to make our next move. So that's it for first platoon. They're going to save 2 commands. Okay, third platoon over here. They're going to make, we're going to draw for them. They have 1 command saved. Whoa, they get 5. So that puts them up to 6. So they too are going to do a platoon move. So he's bringing the anti-tank team, the light machine gun team, and the mortar section with them. All that comes with third platoon. And we're going to, that gets me down to 4. They're going to issue 1 order and look for cover. Again, I get 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. No cover. We're going to do another. It puts him down to 2. 1. Come on. 2. There it is. Cover, rally, and cover. So they found 1 cover. So we're going to, they get an exposed and a cover. There's the cover. There's the exposed. I'm going to flip this one around to show who was the one that moved there. And that's, I'm going to leave them at that point. So there they are. The platoon moved up. What I'm doing is I'm getting ready for this assault. Now I got a mortar section here. They're in cover. I mean, it helps a lot of things there. The XO still sitting back here now. Second platoon did not have any saved. Oh, great. Look, this turn I'm getting the orders. He gets 5. Okay. He's going to issue an order to 3rd squad, 2nd platoon, and I'm going to give him, the good thing is he's got these guys here that can give him crossfire now. So we're going to move them into here, and they're going to see this potential combat. So that leaves me with 3 commands, and that's where I'm going to leave them at. I considered sending him with the machine gun team, but I don't want to get them pinned down or shot up just quite yet. I could send another squad all the way over here into the bocage and see if I can clear that one too. I'm going to have to do it at some point, but I hate to get 2 squads pinned down here. That would not be nice. So I think that's where we'll leave him now, and then I'll clear that based on what happens here, and we'll see what happens next. Okay, that's the end of my platoon activations. So my XO and first sergeant both pick up 1 order. The XO is going to spend 1, and he's going to move forward here, and he'll go into the cover also. So I now have him in the cover with my platoon headquarters. And that leaves him with 1 order, and the first sergeant's going to move up, and he'll have 2 orders available. I'm not going to do anything with him yet. He's here. Okay. All right. So that's the end of my impulse. I got everybody moved, and now we're going to draw for the enemy battalion headquarters. Nothing. Okay. So at this point, we have to do our enemy activity segment. There isn't any. There are no enemy yet on the board. That drops us all the way down to combat phase, and we have to evaluate the potential PC marker. So there's no contact. They draw 4 cards. That's for this location. Let's see if they hit contact right there. So we go ahead and draw 4, 2, 3, 4. So we did get contact here at the farm. Okay. This potential contact is a C. So we draw 1 card, and we look here at the 10, and it is number 2. And number 2 is incoming artillery, and it's number 2. So, great. We got an artillery strike. And incoming artillery number 2. They get a volume of fire, PDF marker, unit spotted, no, at max line of sight, and it's an incoming marker at -4 plus an artillery spotter for 105. Okay, so that's what I got to grab here, and we'll get ourselves set up. Okay, he'll have a pending fire mission, which goes here, so I can take the potential contact off of the board now. And then he'll have a, that'll be the volume of fire. We don't know where the PDF goes just yet. We know he's not spotted, so I should have kept that little marker out there just because I need to put the question mark up on him to show that he's not spotted. Then the artillery spotter has, if I can get it to be clear, a -4 right there. And that's what his modifier is going to be, so he's deadly. And I didn't find cover, so it didn't help me any there. Excuse me. Okay, the next thing we do is we draw a unit placement to see where this spotter is going to be at. So we look under the 10, and it is number 3. So on unit placement, number 3, it's front at max line of sight. Okay, so he goes, the artillery spotter goes there. He's in the orchard and grove. So we know the primary direction of fire is that way, but we put this little, I'll put this little question mark on him, and that means we haven't spotted him yet. And whenever these guys get placed, if it doesn't specify otherwise, they get placed in trenches. So he's in a trench in the orchard and hedge grove, and I'm going to need to flush that guy out of there, but I got to find him first. Okay, so we have our first action there from the enemy, and now our contact marker immediately changes from no contact to contact, which is 1 unit. So we have a contact now. So that changes automatics and draws and all that stuff. Okay. All right, next thing we do is combat effects. Nobody's pinned right now. Resolve flame attacks, don't have any determined. So we're going to have our artillery fire is coming. That's going to be the next thing for this unit, is dropping artillery at the farmhouse on us. Okay, so let's see what I need to do. Okay, so this is the only combat we have where they had he kind of had predetermined fire here. We know it's a -4 for the forward observer. We know that it is +2 for the farm. So that makes it -2 now. So what I'm looking for is a -2 result is hit. So the artillery fire hits. These guys are line. So line is PP, which is paralyzed. So we'll put a paralyzed marker on them. You know what? I just realized there was something that I didn't do, and I'm going to do it because this is what I would have done. These two were, I didn't do my last initiative order. So I did the platoon orders and I did the COs and everybody, but I didn't do the general impulse. The general impulse is this lower number, which is a 2. So we're going to give them that, and what they would have done, these 2 units, both of these would have looked for cover. So I'm going to have him look for cover, and this was the hit card right here. So I'm going to keep this card, oh no, that's the effect card. This was the hit card right here. I'm going to keep these 2 out because they were already drawn. I'm going to change that. But it could change this if I get a different result. He gets to draw 3 cards for cover, and he found cover. Okay, so cover for the building is right here. Urban Cover Priority Table, World War II. So we draw a random number 1 to 5. And it is 4. And a 4 is +1 cover. So he didn't get in the building, but he got cover. So I do is give him, I don't think it's going to change any result for this guy, but it did put him under cover. So at least he gets cover. All right. And then these guys, we're going to look for cover 2. So there's 1, 2, 3. They found cover. And over here, unfortunately at the farm, I was hoping to find a good strong building, but they didn't. Okay, so instead of that being -2, it becomes -1, and it does not change the result. It's still a hit. So we still have a hit. We still have paralyzed. And then here, this becomes, he goes down to 2. And I got to check on that to see if I have to split these off now into teams to get them down to the paralyzed. Okay, so let's see. So we took the fire here. And so 2 steps, because it was a PP, become paralyzed. And 1 step becomes a fire team. Still small arms, because it was not an automatic weapons. So there's still a small arms team. They're undercover here. And they are now pinned. Okay. And I believe, because they moved, they would have been exposed and went into cover, but all that still was a hit. So it was a hit no matter what. So even all the little things that I messed up on that, they still got a hit. They're still there. They're pinned. 2 of the steps are now paralyzed, and 1 of them is reduced to a fire team that's still active. Okay. Hopefully I didn't mess that up too bad. Tried not to. Okay, and that becomes, that was the last thing we had to do for fire, so we do our cleanup. So here, we remove any exposed. So these guys are not exposed anymore. He's still hidden, I can't see him yet. And then the farm was under fire. That'll flip over next time. It just shows that there was incoming. And you know what I didn't do for him was call his mission. Man, oh man, oh man. Okay, I'm gonna, what should I do here, guys? I mean, if I was playing by myself, I would draw 2 cards to see if he actually got his fire mission. He has to get a burst. There it is. Boom, he got it. Okay, yeah, he really got it. Okay, so he got the burst, he got the fire, and it all worked out. Okay, so that's part of it. The other thing I have to do now is he has 2 fire missions available. 2 available. He just used 1. That's on the enemy info, the artillery FO. So he used 1 fire mission. So that's one of the things I always mess up on. They have to draw, just like I did right there, to get a fire mission. So he may be sitting there calling, but he may not get the fire mission, and something else. I could get unpinned, I could get rallied. There's all kinds of things that, you know, that can happen here. Okay, so very interesting. And that's the end of turn 2. So that sets us up for turn 3, which is going to be interesting now, because we have a contact. We got these guys. We got to see if we can spot him, see if we can get rid of him before we start. I really like to do that before I start moving forward with everybody. Although I may have to, I really wanted to get into this farm on this hill with my I could bring my CO and the artillery FO up here, and they would have line of fire all over the place up there with some line of fire there. So, okay, that's where we're at. Unfortunately, when I sent that squad, I didn't give him a rifle grenade or smoke or anything. I just kind of threw his butt out there. So we'll see if we can get through my stupidity here a little bit. But okay, had a little action. We got a couple platoons staging up here. We're going to see if we can find this guy that's calling fire on us. He's not in a really heavy area, so that orchard is a good place to go, see what we can get. And we'll see what else we run into here. So that's turn 2. Hope you're enjoying it. Trying not to mess up too bad. You can see there's a lot of little things you got to remember, and that's just, I think it comes from repetition. I really haven't done enough repetition on this. I only did like one playthrough before I put it out on the video. So, you know, I'm still trying to catch all the little things. A couple of them I kind of caught out of order, but I tried to fix them and catch up with them right then. So we'll see how it does, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It helps. And if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you for the next turn. Thanks, everybody.